Hello, and welcome to AZ in the Circle, Arizona Softball Podcast, where we shine a light on talented, hardworking high school and college softball players and coaches in and from the 48th state. We're in season 2, and we have a special guest with us today, Hamilton Huskies senior, Brooklyn Bassett. Welcome.
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me.
Yep.
Super excited.
Absolutely. A Cal Baptist University signee.
Yes.
Yep. How did that signing just happen just recently?
Yeah, it did.
How was that? Tell us about the
just
event.
like surreal. I mean, the whole like committing and everything like happened super fast for me. So I've been pretty secure, but just signing, it's just like it's real now. Like it's happening next year.
Your coach or your organization, Arizona Rising, GNR had I think they had like a signing event.
Yes, yeah, that was super cool.
That was so nice.
Yeah, super awesome. We have a lot of incredible, just talented athletes in Rising. Obviously our commits, but even just future commits. Like it's an awesome organization. Yeah.
I saw pictures. It was great. It was a nice night outside. And everybody had their own table.
Yeah, it was really cool. Really nicely set up.
Right. Yeah. Super. Well, we're going to go through a series of questions. I got about 8, but it's really 5, but some subsets. Okay.
Yes.
And we'll talk about how your summer went leading up to fall, the new team that you're on. Tell us about some of your teammates. And then, what have you learned from softball as far as experiences that you can take away long after your playing days are over? And then I think softball reveals character. So what has it revealed to you? And then we'll take a break. Then we'll come back and we'll talk about your recruiting journey.
Yeah.
Yep. And then number 4 is knowing what you know now. What would you tell your younger self? And we'll finish off with obviously you're successful. You're a signee. You're a senior. You're going to Hamilton. You got big things going in your life. What have you seen have been your personal keys to success?
All right. Yeah.
Good little
Sounds
format.
good.
All right, let's get after it.
Awesome.
So, hey, let's recap how your summer went. This past summer, you were already committed, and you were playing on a team. How did that feel, being already committed and going into the summer?
So nice. Oh, my gosh. Like, the amount of pressure and just the weight off my shoulders was so nice. I could play freely, have some fun. Summer ball is already pretty stressful on its own. It's just go, 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 really competitive. But I had a lot of fun this past summer. Yeah.
Did you? What were the tournaments you went to?
We started off in Zoom to June in California, made our way to Colorado for those long 2 weeks for the Patriot games and Sparkler. That's always fun, but very long. And then we wrapped it up with PGF Nationals.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What do you think was one of your best summer memories on the field?
Definitely just playing and connecting with my teammates. Summer ball is like we're with each other 24/7, so bonding is just, it's inevitable, but it's always super fun just to play with those girls, compete at the highest level that you can in club, and yeah, super fun.
Any of those girls, was that their last, they were going on to college?
About half the team were seniors, yeah. So our last game was pretty emotional, just because I grew closer with some of the seniors. But yeah, it was, a lot of seniors.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then what about one of your best summer memories off the field?
Off the field, I'd say about a week before PGF, my family and I, we were able to take the free opportunity. We went to the lake and I could decompress, refocus, and get back into it.
So you had like 12 hours, little free gap.
Basically, yeah.
No, yeah, you're right.
But I took all I could.
Good.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
And it was, you said it was at a lake?
Yeah, Northern California. Yeah, we have a lake house. It's so pretty. So nice. Get out of the heat. Nice cool lake. Do some boating.
And you came back and played?
Yep, played ball. Yep.
All right. Super. And now let's go to fall. How has fall been?
This past fall has by far been one of my most favorite seasons ever. Like this team, I've told this to many, many people. Like I've never played with a team this like not only talented, but just the girls are just so, all of us are so like-minded. We're all so goal-driven and so determined, and like everyone just gets along. The chemistry is just unmatchable. Like it's just so fun no matter what we do.
That's good. You got some great teammates. Care to share?
Yes. So as a catcher, we have 4 pitchers, and all of them just like bring so much like competitiveness to the game. We have Kaden Apodaca going to BYU, Daniela Gloria, Kansas, and then Lily Russo. She's uncommitted, but she's got a lot of schools looking at her. And then Caitlin So going to CSUN. and they're all just like, they all have their own little mindset in the circle, but it's when they just bring it every single game. It's super awesome. And then just all around the field, we don't have any holes. Like we have Lexi Yarga in the corner, Sion Noli.
Alexa's going to
GCU. Yes. Yeah. Super excited for her. That's awesome. She's a big hitter too. She's really shown up. We have Emma Reynolds at shortstop. Incredible player. She's a sophomore. Only a sophomore.
Yep.
Incredible. Like she's insane. Just all around the field. Our outfield is just like nothing gets by them. They all have killer arms. And just up and down the lineup, everyone's just a hitter. We just get on. We're a scrappy little team, but we compete.
You compete. You guys play. You guys have done great this fall. You guys been to the Bombers Invitational.
Yes. Up in Texas.
Yep. You guys earned your PGF Premier bid late September, and we'll talk about more about that earlier. Later in the show. That was one of those tournaments that it was late September, but the heat felt like it was mid-August.
Oh my goodness, it was brutal.
Yep. Yeah. And then you also just recently did great at the Queen of Diamonds. Yeah. Played some great competition there. Close games.
Yeah.
All very competitive.
Yeah.
Easily could have gone one way or the other.
Definitely. Yes.
So good. So it's been an exciting fall.
It's been an amazing fall. Yeah. Super fun. Yeah.
Now that it's you maybe have a couple tournaments left in January.
Yep, 2 more. Got the MLK and then the last blast.
Right. Yeah. And we're lucky because really in Arizona, a lot of people come to Arizona in January.
Right. Yeah.
California and Arizona, and you have some really great teams that compete against each other.
Yeah.
And that's really what you want to be. Is you want to be ready for Cal Baptist University to see great competition.
Yeah.
So you think that the team that you've been on has helped prepare you for college?
Absolutely. Yeah, every single girl, we all hold each other to such high expectations, and even ourselves. We just have such high standards, and it's just contagious, like everybody just wants to do their best, bring their A game, and I definitely think that's a feel for what college ball is. Good. Super competitive.
Great. And off that, question number 2, I also wanted to ask you, what have you learned from your softball experiences that will help you long after your playing days are over? I mean, that's far away from now.
Right, yeah.
But when that day does come, what do you think you'll take away from softball?
I'll definitely take away that struggle is temporary. You're not going to be in it for as long as you may think. This is a game of failure, so you definitely are struggling majority of the time. Most of my career has been trying to work out the little things, and I beat myself up a lot for it, but that's just temporary. That's just what's going to get you even better. Those are the important moments where you can really shine afterwards.
That's great because you're always going to face adversity, whether you're in the professional workforce or whatever the future has in store for me. It's not just going to be just very happily ever after. There's going to be moments where you're right. There's going to be some adversity, and softball has taught you that, hey, it's only going to be temporary.
Right, yeah.
It's a great lesson.
Exactly, yeah.
That's worth the tens of thousands of dollars that your parents paid for you in club ball.
I'll coin it.
Yeah. And then I believe softball reveals character, as in you already had those intangibles inside you. And I think softball just reveals them to you and brings them into the light. How or what has softball revealed about your character? Just in reflection, what have you seen softball reveal about yourself that I didn't know I had it in me, but I do?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say growing up, I've always considered myself a very independent person. I've always tried to do things on my own. And honestly, within this past year, I've just really learned about myself how much I actually need a community, how much I really rely on my teammates to help me whenever I'm struggling. Like, we just pick each other up constantly. In the PGF Premier or qualifier, like during those 7 games, like super hot in the sun, like I really had to rely on my team. Like, I couldn't do that myself. They all helped me. They were there for me. And I think that's definitely something I've learned about myself, that I don't have to do it all on my own. And that I have people around me. Yeah.
People will lift you up.
Yeah.
I've always heard that if you ever are bending over or lowering yourself to extend a hand, it better be to pick up a teammate. If you're looking over a teammate, it better be to pick them up.
Yeah.
And that's what, but what was really good is you uplifted your teammates too. In turn, it was late September, PGF qualifier. There was only one catcher on the team, and that was you. and the temperatures were. I mean, we're used to heat in Arizona, but that was insane.
Crazy day.
It was 112, 115. Yeah. You were in catcher's gear. You caught 3 games on Saturday. Then you came back and caught 4 games on Sunday. And this wasn't at night. This was during the heat of the day.
Midday, right at the. Oh,
yep. And we had your teammates keeping you cool, throwing water on you, encouraging you, and Coach Brent Rincon said that's the toughest thing he'd ever seen.
Yeah,
what you did there, and how'd you feel afterwards when you realized, oh my gosh, we just won the premier bid, and you did something that you probably didn't think you could do?
I was honestly shocked for the first couple of days. I was like, whoa, I can't believe I just did that, and I lost so much water in my body. I was just like, whew. But I knew I couldn't have done that without my teammates. Like, I used their strength to help me get through that tournament. Like, it was, I couldn't have done that.
Yeah, and I think vice versa. They looked, if Brooklyn can do this and go through this, we better play hard. Look, she's doing that. She's doing what we're doing, but she's got equipment on. So I think you also inspired them.
I hope so, yeah.
And it paid off with the premier berth. So.
Yeah, so glad. Yeah, can't wait to
congratulations.
Compete. Thank you so much.
All right, so we're going to take a short break and hear from Brig over there at Polaris PT.
At Polaris PT and Wellness, we believe that movement is medicine. We believe that as an athlete, you should be performing at the highest level. And so we deliver performance-driven solutions to get you back out onto the field faster. So give us a call at 480-808-4995 or reach out to us through our website, www.polarisptphx.com, where movement is medicine.
And we're back. Thanks, Brig, with Polaris PT out in Queen Creek. All right, so we're going to get into one of my favorite parts is your recruiting journey.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to ask you some questions about your recruiting journey leading up to September 1st of your junior year. You're going into that summer. You know it's a big summer. A lot of coaches are going to be watching. You're going to be traveling the tournaments that you talked about, the Zoom in the June, Sparklers, Power 5, TGF, but this is the year that really matters, that summer. So tell me, what was your mindset going into that summer? How were you prepared, and what were you looking forward to that summer?
I would really just continue to tell myself, because we had a lot of coaches in the stands pretty much every game. I would just constantly tell myself, like, be where your feet are. Like, stay super focused, keep your blinders on. Don't focus on what's out there, just do what you do, because I know that if I get caught up in the moment and, like, what's going on, what conversations are happening, who's looking at me, like, I'm just going to get caught up in my head, which doing that definitely helped me just stay calm. In the game. Play my game. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. 80,000 people around you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Just right there on the diamond.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Good. That's great.
Yeah.
Great way to think about it. And then, okay, so the summer's over. You know you had a good summer. What did you think worked best during the recruiting process in terms of communicating with coaches prior to September 1st? So you're going through the summer. Are you sending video after each tournament, inviting them? Are you DMing them? Exactly what do you think worked best during that time?
Yeah, so before each major tournament in the summer, I'd get a hold of our schedule and send out those emails. I sent out so many. It was insane. And then after, I would upload some footage up onto X. I didn't use Instagram much, but X is definitely, I think that's the main source. And then just being on the right team, even like my Coach Eli Guinness, he definitely helped me a lot with recruiting, and I think he's a huge contributor to being where I am now, CBU.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's so important to be on a right team.
Yeah.
With a great coach that has great relationships with other coaches. But you said something too, that you put up a lot of video up there onto X. So I think there's a way for girls to be found because you can only have so many girls on the right team.
Right.
So the other girls just work hard, put the video up there. But I've seen Coach Eli, even though a girl's not on her team, I've seen him go to bat for the other players that are not even on their team.
Yeah.
So if you're good out there and there's talent and you reach out for the help.
Yeah, people will see you. They'll advocate for you. Yeah.
People will advocate for you in Arizona. Not Eli does, and the other top organizations have great coaches too that do the same.
Absolutely.
So I've seen that in a little bit of short time that have been in the community, that people really push hard for the girls to succeed. And the pretty honest about their evaluation, and they'll reach out for coaches to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so that was a good thing that you're putting up stuff on X, and Coach Eli was helping you out. And then, okay, so September 1st comes. You've done all this legwork,
Yes.
and you're hoping it pays off. So how did it go for you?
Yeah, so leading up to it, I was pretty nervous. I was wondering, like, oh, who's going to be my first call? And I was actually pretty surprised. I got a pretty good amount of calls. I was definitely more focused on local schools. I didn't want to go super far. So feel super blessed to go to California, like not too far, 5 hours away. But yeah, I'd say I had some pretty good calls. I had a call with CBU. They kind of came out of nowhere, which I'm super grateful for. I remember always passing them like on the freeway to California tournaments and be like, oh, I could go there.
Lancers.
Yeah, Lancers. Yeah, super beautiful campus. They always caught my eye. But yeah, once I realized that they caught mine, we scheduled an unofficial visit about 2 or 3 weeks later, and then committed by the end of October. It was a very fast process.
So they called you. That's great. And then you got a visit. You planned to go. And then tell us about your visit when you got to the campus.
Yeah, so it was
Who'd you go with?
super. I was with Kendall Cochran.
Okay.
Yeah, Utah State commit. Okay. Super fun. I had no expectations going into it just because it's my first one. But it was just such a beautiful campus. The community there is just so supportive. And obviously Coach Mike Smith and all the other coaches, they're just so welcoming and so warm. Like as soon as I stepped foot there, I knew it was home. Like I knew that's
You got there on a Friday, or was it a Saturday visit? Or
I believe it was like a Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said that you knew as soon as you got there, you felt like home.
Yeah.
At what part during the visit you'd be like, man, I really want to go here?
Just seeing the people there, like everyone is just so kind, and like there's just no negativity, and I could tell like this is a place that I could be comfortable being away from home. You know, like I could definitely find my people here. Obviously the coaches again, like I recognize that the players at Cal Baptist, they're pretty close with the coaches, pretty comfortable with them. And definitely just the fact that it's a faith-based school. That's really important to me, and they definitely prioritize that in their studies.
I see Coach Mike, he puts out some a prayer sometimes.
Yes, every day he
on
posts a
X.
prayer.
Yep, I think that's strong.
It's amazing, yeah.
And then do you think, how far is that from home?
About 5 hours.
Is that enough to do some laundry, to go back and forth doing laundry? Or do you think you'll do laundry?
Yeah.
You'll probably do it there. Okay.
Send them home, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went there. You loved it. After you visited, how soon after that did you commit, or how did that happen? How did you? Coach Smith said to you, "Hey, we really love you. We want you. Take your time." Explain that. And when did you make up your mind, and how did you inform the coach that you were going?
Yeah, definitely. So I went on another visit after that. But honestly, like when I went there, I knew CBU was the place to be, and I committed pretty quickly after. By the end of October, like October 28th-ish, like that's when I committed. So it was pretty fast. Called up Coach Smith. I said I was super excited to be a part of your program and help build it, and he was even more excited.
That's
super
great.
awesome. Yeah.
Pretty good. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I know. It's
Good.
amazing.
All right. Well, knowing what you know now, what would you tell your younger self about the college softball recruiting process? Piece of cake, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, I just say just let go and let God. Like there's a lot of uncontrollables out there, whatever conversations are going on behind the stands, and just doing what you can do, you know, in the moment, and trusting that God has a plan for you. I know that God, this is exactly where he wants me to be, and I feel so blessed to have gotten to where I am now, and I could only have done that if I just gave it all to him and gave him the glory and just let him take the wheel.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Okay. And then I kind of know maybe where you might go with this next question. Last question. What are your personal keys to success?
Giving it all to the, you know, Heavenly Father. Yeah, giving him all the glory. Just, again, trusting that in his plan for you, because he knows the conversations that are happening that I don't. And he knows all the situations, and yeah, just trusting in his wisdom and his plan for me, for sure.
Yeah, you said earlier too that you before we started filming, you said, and I guess control what I can control,
Right.
and the rest just leave it up to God.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you did a great job controlling what you could control in September when we got the premier berth.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
keeping yourself calm,
but yeah.
keeping yourself helping your teammates, helping you, you helping your teammates. Your summer before your September 1st, you said you were just going to be in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, so those are all a testament to your philosophy there to control what you can control.
Yeah, for sure.
Great. Well, super.
Awesome.
Look, this went by way too fast.
I know it did. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah.
And hope you guys enjoyed the show out there. If you liked it, please subscribe and like. That really helps our show, keeps the lights on. And then thank you for watching. Brooklyn, thank you again so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Go Lancers.
Yes, Lance up. Lance
yeah,
up.
Lance
Yep.
up. Lance up.
Got it.
So, hey, Javier with AZ in the Circle, Arizona Softball Podcast. Thank you for watching.